What's up everybody, Coach Trevor here. So today in this video, we're gonna go over dead bugs. And the first thing is that when I have people in dead bug, first of all, they should already know how to do pelvic tilts, right? They should be able to learn how to control their pelvis. If they don't know how to control their pelvis, that's the first thing you do, right? If they can't control their pelvis, like this is almost pointless. Also breathing and bracing, it helps out. I've bypassed that before, but sometimes you have to do a few other things just to get them into the right position. But the idea behind a dead bug is what I tell people is this teaches you how to breathe and brace and move your limbs at the same time. Okay, so if they can get good at this sequence, that means they're gonna incorporate it into their back squats, their deadlifts, so they always have the same sequencing on everything, right? They should have a mental checklist of what they should be doing at certain points of the lifts or certain points in their movement. So on this, legs be bent 90 degrees, arms up straight. If they're brand new, this is a modified version. You're gonna take a breath through your stomach, boom. Abs on tight, so the rib cage is down, lower back is flat to the mat, so I cannot put my hands underneath it, okay? They're stopped, my back is stopping that. So I don't even have them move their arms. If they're learning this at first, I say just stay tight, and I keep their leg bent, and they come right back up. Take a breath, abs on tight, and then, if anything, you can have them hiss, right? A lot of people don't like doing that because they think it sounds stupid, but realistically, I love it when people do it because it tells me that they're engaged in their core and they're putting an effort into bracing as they're moving, all right? So they're taking a breath, abs on tight, and come right back up. The way to progress from that is to take a breath, abs on, coming down like this, making sure this knee doesn't come in, coming here. And if that's their end range, like the lower back starts to come up, they need to crunch up even more, engage it even more, and come right back up, okay? So again, take a breath, abs on, coming down and right back up. So they're using their own brain to help contract and brace that whole position there. Once they become efficient with it, you can take a breath and have them start moving their limbs into overhead flexion. So take a breath, abs on, boom, and coming right back up. Again, taking a breath, abs on, and come right back up. There's tons of variations, obviously. You want your head on the ground, by the way, when you're doing these. Tons of variations. There's stability ball variations, there's resist band variations, you're even pushing against the wall variations. When it comes to errors, the number one thing is the lower back has to be flat, okay? If they're first learning it, if their head's off the ground, like there's worse things that could be happening. But realistically, the goal is to teach them how to breathe and brace, keep the lower back flat so the lower back doesn't change position. Then once they get good at that and their head is still up, it's like, dude, homie, put your head back on the ground, keep your neck or get your spine aligned, and then move your limbs. And of course, make sure they're not compensating by bringing this leg in as they're extending through right here, right? So you want to keep this at a 90. It's going to make it a lot more difficult, and then going from there. And then once they get good at these, you start incorporating like body hollows and those type of more advanced core exercises, but they have to learn the position. I know it's like, oh, that looks easy, I can just do that, but they actually have to be engaged in the muscles at the right time and then breathing at the right time as well.